Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. What is the pick here? Looks like probably Decimator Beetle. It's a 2-color card, but it's very strong. Kills things. Let's see if... I don't think Dread Wanderer is likely worth anything. That's worth 50 cents, but we'll still take the Decimator Beetle. It's a strong card if you're on color with it. Giving up a Dread Wanderer, a Sacred Cat, and as before, I'm more willing to... We're late into the draft scene now, so if you're looking for me drafting aggro, check out the last like 25 drafts. If you want to see me sort of drafting various... I'm going to try and be more open-minded to drafting various archetypes, even ones that I think are suboptimal. So we'll take the Decimator Beetle and go from there. Alright, well, past the Sweltering Suns, it's a pretty good card. Probably want to just take that. It's a nice board wipe. I don't see why not. Doesn't particularly go well with our first pick, but nothing in here really does. Next closest is probably like Talkrop Elite, Fanbear, Watchful Naya, Dune Beeler on color, but yeah, this pack's nothing special. We'll take the board wipe. Alright, next pick. What do we got? I like Enigma Drake. It's a fun archetype that it's in. There's Blighted Bat. There's Violent Impact. I'm okay going for a blue-red spells deck. It's a fun archetype. We can see if we can't make it come together here. Otherwise, there's a Labyrinth Guardian, which is also fine for that deck too. But I'll take the Enigma Drake. We'll see if we can't make a spells deck work here. So now there's Vizier, Slitherblade. Let's take another Enigma Drake. Enigma Drake, Sweltering Suns love each other too. That's a cool little synergy package there. So we'll take a second Enigma Drake and then Passing Fling, Pathmaker Initiate, some cheaper stuff. All fine to me. So now we have Gale Strike, Sure Shot, Floodwaters, Cancel. Gale Strike's probably the most premium card. Oh, well, Winds of Rebuke is cheaper. Gale Strike, you draw a card, but you tend to get gunked up at 3, I've found. I kind of want to take Winds of Rebuke here, to be honest, especially since Winds fuels the Enigma Drake plan. Remember that. It fuels the power of this card. I think it actually makes more sense. I like Gale Strike, but I've found there's actually more vigilance in this format than you might imagine. So I'm going to take the Winds of Rebuke and be okay with that. Okay, so we have Failure to Comply, Consuming Fervor, Compelling Argument, Kopesh, Illusory Wraps, Winds of Rebuke. I'm fine taking another Winds here. Like I said, they synergize with the Enigma Drake, so kind of makes sense. Failure to Comply is not that impressive card anyway. Alright, we'll take the second Winds of Rebuke. Now there's a Censor, a Scribe of the Mindful. I'm fine taking a Censor. It's it cycles, so it's at least playable at all times. Hyena Pack's fairly underwhelming and unexciting. Alright. I mean, Scribe of the Mindful is certainly playable in a spells deck, especially when you're running like Sweltering Suns. But I'll take the Censor anyway. Okay, so now there's Seeker of Insight, Brute Strength. So Seeker kind of makes sense in a spells deck, I think. I think Brute Strength would be good in a spells deck too, but I actually like the idea of Seeker in a deck like this. It just makes sense to me. Either dumping more spells in the graveyard or dumping lands looking for spells and casting spells to get there. Let's just do that. I guess Reduce to Rubble. I don't really like it that much, but nothing else in here really standing out. I mean, Stinging Shot because it cycles and feeds the spell plan. Nah, let's just take Reduce. Alright, Naga Oracle's a great card. I'm going to take it over Sentinel and Hyena Pack. Alright, let's dump the Decimator Beetle. I think we are officially done with that. Alright, Hyena Pack is significantly better than Ancient Crab, I would say. Alright, Initiate, nice and cheap. Alright, pretty successful pack 1, actually, and a Floodwaters, too. Yeah, good pack 1. Bunch of playables. Okay, so we open Vizier of Many Faces, which last I checked was worth 1 whole penny. 2 cents, it went up. Doubled in price. So we could take Vizier. Yeah, I think we do that. It's kind of balm too. It works well with our Winds of Rebuke. It just makes sense. It's a powerful effect. Otherwise, there's Essence Scatter, Neff Crop Entangler, and Hyena Pack. Trial of Solidarity is strong. We'll take the Vizier. Okay, so now we have a Scavenger, but we probably just want this Magma Spray. I want to kill things with a Magma Spray. Sounds good. So this deck could actually use Warfire Javelineer as well, if we could get it. Wow, another Trial of Solidarity? That's insane. Probably just take the Emberhorn Minotaur. It's a good beater. Certainly better than Hyena Pack. I like it. I guess we'll take another Initiate. It's not great, but don't need anything else here. Blazing Volley is more of a sideboard card anyway. We can probably dump the Hyena Pack already. It's playable, but I'm never super happy about playing it. Everything else is okay. Compelling Argument I kind of want to cut if I can. Alright, Illusory Wrappings we might just play. It's fairly hard removal. It's not really hard removal, but I'll take it over a Minotaur Sure Shot, I think. I mean, I don't really want to play Reduced to Rubble either. That card's pretty dang mediocre. Ooh, it's a late Magma Spray. Take that. Lord of the Accursed in here too? What is going on? Some powerful cards. Yeah, I'd prefer to not have to play the Compelling Argument if possible. Everything else in here is actually pretty good. Alright, so now we have, let's see, Vizier. Don't have a lot we need to ramp into, and it works well with Exert, but we don't have much Exert either, so probably Hieroglyphic Illumination. Or we could take Slitherblade, but I don't know how Slitherblade is going to play in a deck like this. We'll probably just take the Illumination. If you have a low creature count, at least have a high spell count, especially card advantage spells. Nimbleblade Kenra is actually a creature that makes sense in a spell like, or a deck like this rather, so we'll take it. Ancient Crab kind of sucks. I guess we'll take another Hyena Pack in case we need it. Guess we're already a little bit 4-drop heavy. I'll take another Nimbleblade over the Inciter. Like I said, I think this is, if you're going to play Nimbleblade Kenra, I would say do it in a spells deck. Well, now I kind of want this Brute Strength. Well, alright, I'm actually going to take the Nimbleblade over the Brute Strength. I think there's plenty of people that would argue taking the Brute Strength over the Nimbleblade, but to be honest, I don't even really want to play the Pathmakers in here, and we at least have to have like a reasonable amount of creatures. Look at it this way. I play Sweltering Suns, my Nimbleblades live. That's pretty good. Alright, Blazing Volley, gonna come sideboard, Sure Shot, Sure Shot. Take this. Scattered Groves. Alright, spray number 3. I am just gonna spray all over the place here. Like a cat. Just Magma Spray for days? Alright. I mean, we are a spells deck, so sure. I'll just nuke things all day for 1 mana. Trial of Knowledge and even Initiate in here as well. Okay. Well, we don't have any cartouches, so this is fine. Yeah, this deck is sweet. I mean, I'd like another Drake. I'd like one of the Warfire Javelineers because they're kind of fun. But yeah, deck looks fine. I'd like to dump these Initiates because they're not particularly. Ooh, ask and ye shall receive. There's a glyph. Oh man, what does this pack have to have everything in it? You know, there's probably a decent chance we wheel an Enigma Drake if I want to take this Glyph Keeper over the Angler Drake. I could do that. What are the chances? I gotta do a count here. This card, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All the other cards in here are playable. There's a chance we wheel this Enigma Drake. I guess it's not great, but Glyph Keeper's pretty good. Comes back. Works well with Winds of Rebuke as well. I guess Enigma Drake's a little more on theme. I kind of feel like taking the Enigma Drake, to be honest. It fits more in with what we're doing, keeps the curve a little bit lower. I don't know. I'm just going to do it because I don't want to worry about wheeling it. I just want to make a sweet deck. Cryptic Serpent makes sense in this deck. We'll take that over Initiate and Compelling Argument, whatever. Let's dump this Pathmaker Initiate and bring in a Cryptic Serpent. I like it. It's a big dude. It's a Thresher Lizard in there too. All the Enigma Drakes. I'm happy now. Get out of here, Pathmaker Initiate. We're making a sweet deck. Nimble Blades for days. Alright, what's the next creature cut? What's the next weakest creature? Well, to be honest, it's probably a Nimble Blade Kinra. That's alright. I'll take it anyway. I could see myself cutting the Illusory Wrappings because it's not an instant or sorcery. Could see that. Maybe the Sure Shot. I don't know. Nothing else particularly exciting in here. We need more spells. I guess I'll take Cancel. Thresher Lizard's good. I'll take it over Manticore. Our deck's sweet. That's the good news. I don't really have bad news either, to be honest. Sweltering Suns looks insane in here. Aven Initiate. Yeah, I guess we'll take the Initiate. It makes sense. Heckma Sentinels or whatever, anyway. Initiate number 2. Maybe. I'm not going to play Inciter, probably. And, yeah, alright. I don't need that many Aven Initiates. Heckma Sentinels. So if I cut the wrappings, we can really maximize on the instants and sorceries. And then I'm just going to take the full art land. Then we just have to worry about cutting enough creatures, I guess. Probably not going to run 2 initiates, honestly. I don't need to. Okay. Yeah, let's figure this out. We want enough spells to make all our spells good, all our creatures good, rather. So I think we just probably cut 4 creatures, which is probably like an Initiate, probably a Sure Shot, if I cut 4 creatures, I go down to 13 with 11 spells. It's okay. I can cut the Seeker. Seeker's looking good in here, though, as a looter. But what's my weakest creature? I like Thresher Lizard, but are we going to have cards in hand most of the time? I'm actually not sure. Need to make 2 more cuts. What are the 2 cuts? Could be a Kenra, I guess. Could also go to 10 spells. I guess the weakest spell we have is like either Cancel or Censor. Probably Censor, but it cycles. Could be Floodwaters too. Could actually be Floodwaters. Censor might make a little more sense. Getting caught with a sensor is pretty harsh too. Puts the fear of God in your opponent. Alright, let's cut the floodwaters. Run something like this. So 4 Magma Spray, 2 Winds, Sensor, Sweltering Suns, cancel, Illumination, and then quad Enigma Drake, triple Kenra. Yeah, I mean, this deck is sweet. It's like doing what you want your blue-red spells deck to do. No Warfire Javelineers, but you can't get everything you want. So I guess we're pretty even on blue and red, slightly more blue. But we still just do 8/8 like they suggest. Yeah. Alright. So here we go. Here's something I haven't built in a while. This harkens back to my first draft of the format. Although this deck looks a lot sweeter and tighter. So, alright. Blue-red spells. Looks like it could be fun. We'll run it like this. We'll see you around one.